Hey guys, happy Monday. How's everyone doing out there? Welcome back to the Tech Live with Eric Monday night tech show. Just going to work out a few details here of the streaming, and I think we're all set for a show tonight. No computer crashes this week. That was kind of a bonus. For those who don't know, the week before last, completely lost this main PC. Complete failure of the motherboard right before the live show, so made for a really bad week. Let me know how the audio and the video is coming through. I think we're in good shape. Looking promising on this end. I'm not muted. No phantom streams. I think we're pretty good. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic Monday to the start of their work week. Mine was really hectic, but it worked out quite well. Had just enough time to throw the final details of the live cast together. Perfect. Glitch says 5x5. We've got Glitch here, Scotty is here, Gregor's here, Jim's here, Harry's here. Hey guys, sorry if I missed anyone. I try and keep up on the chat the best I can. I'm noticing it's a little bit of a challenge lately, and the YouTube chat's a little funky lately, I'll be honest. I don't have a lot of faith. I noticed, I'm pretty sure that not all of them come through, but yeah, well, it's the best we've got right now. Let's get ready to get started. Maybe, just maybe. I changed my OBS settings, changed everything. Initially, when I swapped to this PC, I quick set up OBS, and you'll notice things are a little bit different layout now. Well, I've completely changed the way I'm using OBS, and hopefully use it the way it was supposed to be used. And with any luck, that'll work out good for us. As usual, viewer comments throughout, just throw them in the chat. I'll do my best to catch them. We're going to do some tech news, viewer challenge for this week, some stuff on 3D printing, a bunch of stuff from the community of hackers, makers, inventors, you name it. As usual, guys, I always try and show things from the community and YouTube, from the makers out there as much as I can. We'll do some stuff from the shop, that's my shop, some sneak peeks of what you can expect to see on this channel coming up, and that will take us into the show. Oh, I got to get used to this new OBS setup. It's a little different than I'm used to. Zach says audio and the video is good on his end. Awesome. Ken says same. Awesome. We are good. Is the screen kind of dark, or is it just a darker room? Actually, you're going to find the background is a little less exposure than usual, but my face should be well within. I'm having no end of troubles with the webcam control. I had to reinstall the Logitech software, and there was a bug, and I remember this from when I first got this C920, that you can't lock the exposures. Even though you set it to manual, it all of a sudden, something with OBS triggers it that it's trying to change the settings and overrides it and puts it back into auto. So this is the hybrid where we are now, and hopefully my monitor, which is, I thought I did pretty good at calibrating. I think we're in good shape. But, all right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Maybe. Oh, I really got to get used to these new OBS settings. Tech news this week, a whole pile of it, guys. How to search the Internet of Things for photos of sleeping babies. So Shodan made the news pretty big in the last couple of weeks. This is not new. It wasn't new at all. These webcams and IP cameras have been out there the whole time. There has been search engines for them in the past, easy ways to find them. Well, now all of a sudden, some people are finally catching on that most of these cheap webcams, these cheap baby monitor cams and stuff have little to no security. It's open connection. Yeah, buyer beware when you buy these things. It's kind of good that I see this getting out into the public. It's good people be aware that they are putting their private lives out there on the internet most of the time. Blue Origin, this was awesome. I was really happy to see this. Blue Origin did their second launch of this, I forget the name of the rocket now, because they're so under advertised, but successfully took off, launched the crew capsule, the crew capsule came back down, and the rocket did land vertically as intended. So we officially have ourselves a real live space race here in 2016. Mr. Musk and the Blue Origin team, the Amazon team, are definitely they're in a little bit of a back and forth battle right now. It's pretty cool to see. They're both doing amazing things. I love it. Truly enjoying this. And the cool thing, you can see this on the Blue Origin channel, they did a really good job of publicizing this video this time and cutting it together with a cool soundtrack and making it consumable by the public. Really, really neat times we live in. It's a lot more for the media and for the masses now than it ever was in history. It's pretty cool. Definitely neat to see. Really enjoying it. All right. Next up, the Mars rover. Guys, this is crazy. Opportunity, 12 years on Mars and still kicking. Still doing science on Mars. This was an update on the 13th of January. Opportunity was in Marathon Valley on Mars doing some further drilling and rock sampling. Unbelievable. 12 years. Just to put it in context, how many moving devices, mechanical moving items do you own that haven't had a human hand touch them in 12 years and have been under constant use that whole time? Unbelievable, let alone throw it on another planet way out in the solar system. Pretty cool stuff. Something to think about. Very, very neat. Meg Magazine put in an article today. Really enjoyed this one. This is a little bit more info on the Atmel acquisition by Microchip. This is a huge, huge bit of news in the maker world that Atmel and Microchip are now going to be combined. These are the two basic microcontroller suppliers for almost all things maker. They either come from Atmel or Microchip for the most part. Really, really neat. It'll be interesting to see what their business plan entails and where this heads. I'm really excited to see where it goes because it's good to have competition, in my opinion, too. Not that they were direct competitors. They have different markets and different uses, but there's a little bit of competition there. If they play things right, this is really cool stuff. Now, hopefully it doesn't affect the price point, but there are other manufacturers, so I think they'll keep that in check. So we'll see how it goes. Pretty cool stuff. Really enjoyed this. Check out the article. CBC News, this is Canadian side of things. So it's happening here now too. A Calgary man was thrown in jail over flying his DJI Phantom near the airport, very, very close to the airport. He did get arrested and he did get fined and seriously thrown in jail. So the time has come where the enforcement is happening. Now on the Canadian side of things, we don't have the FAA rules in place yet, but important to note for my Canadian viewers, it is coming. Oops, wrong button. I still got to get used to this. There we go. This is an older article. This was beginning of January, but Transport Canada definitely did put out some information indicating they are investigating adopting much along the same lines as the FAA in the United States, which is very dismaying. Hopefully they hook up with Model Aeronautics Canada, MAC, who insures us all model flyers and is the regulating body, very much similar to the AMA in the US. Identical, in fact, just Canadian version. Hopefully they consult and work something out. We'll see. But Canadian viewers, it's coming, unfortunately. This is what I wanted to share at the same time. Air Force can't figure out how to stop these drones from crashing. So Newsy Tech did a little bit of a news bit on the fact that they're having, overall, there's quite a few U.S. military drone crashes lately. I forget the exact stats. It's not a massive number, at least the ones we know about. But it's a significant number, and definitely having a few incidents, so to speak. So hopefully they keep them away from populated areas for a little while longer, more. That is all I will say on that. Hackaday. If you go to the Hackaday blog, you can see they did this one was December 25th. Ooh, this is an old one. I missed this entirely. Linux support for CAM tools. So for CAD CAM for milling, Linux now has direct visual support program. I forget, Linux CNC is the name of the program. Totally cool. It's about time that there was finally more like a proper suite that can operate within Linux, so people don't have to do the workarounds. Really cool. I enjoyed the article on it. Just gonna catch up on the chat real quick, guys. And Glitch said his car hasn't gone 12 weeks. Yeah, absolutely. David's here. Hey, David. And Glitch said he thought it was the Predators that were falling. Yeah, I'm not sure which model it was, but there was definitely quite a few of them. I did check out the. It's cool because it does fall under the NTSB a little bit. There is accident reports. So, all right, let's go. TechCrunch did an awesome report on the Pine 64. Have you guys seen this single board computer? 64-bit, basically Raspberry Pi of sorts, except I think it had onboard Wi-Fi, which everything should, but $15, raises over $1 million on Kickstarter. Pretty neat to see a true 64-bit. I think, didn't PCduino? No, PCduino never did 64-bit, I don't think. I'd be curious, have you guys heard of this thing, the Pine 64? I didn't. It was news to me. I hadn't checked it out at all until I saw it on TechCrunch. Pretty neat looking little device. I'm not sure that I'd rush out and order one myself, but pretty cool. Next up, Know How did an interesting article on this Arkham Moto, and I wanted to ask you guys as well. This is another electric vehicle. It's basically a trike, single rear wheel and steerable fronts. Is this the one that was on the All-American Maker show? I watched a few episodes of that show on network TV, and truthfully, I can't stand the show. I have to fast forward 80% of it. It's just too hammed up for me, but I thought I thought I saw this thing on there. Anyway, I was just curious whether I saw it on Know How now. It's an interesting looking little device. I like seeing where this is headed with these electric vehicles. It makes total sense. If you can do something that light with the range that we can do, batteries are getting better, control and motors are just astronomical now with the brushless technology we have, how good it is, and high quality motors. It totally makes sense to do these. And then we can move into, well, powering them off of alternative energy. I like where this is headed. I was just curious whether you guys saw that thing. Dragon 2 from SpaceX did the propulsive hover test this week and put out a video on YouTube. Pretty cool stuff. If you haven't seen this, check it out on the SpaceX channel directly. As well, if you didn't see it, right after that video in their playlist will be the crew abort test of this capsule, and it's totally worth seeing. I love where they're going with the safety of this thing. The crew abort test was totally cool because the thing launches off the launch pad if there's an emergency, and it went up over 1 kilometer and landed just not too far from the launch. Pretty neat. Everyone would have had a hell of a ride, but the technology going into this thing, really, really cool. I love where SpaceX is headed. You've heard me say this before. TechCrunch. TechCrunch does some really good coverage now and again, and this one is their mishmash report. It's a little bit of everything, but the main header being Google reportedly paid Apple $1 billion for iOS default search. And everybody is acting like this is news, and it's very hard to find these numbers out there. This is not something that big companies like Google or Apple want out there for the public to know. This is behind closed door stuff. But a lot of people seem shocked that Google would pay $1 billion to be the default search engine in iOS. I question where their head is at. $1 billion to be the default search engine on a competitor, essentially a competitor's platform in a roundabout way. It's a drop in the bucket for Google. That's nothing. That, if anything, I'd say that number is significantly low. But hey, that's just me. What do I know? Really cool little tidbit on it, and you'll find tons and tons of coverage of this particular topic all over the place this week. There was some leaked documentation, and it made a lot of news. So check it out, guys. And just gonna catch up on the chat real quick. I do try and keep up on the chat. Glitch said less violent of a ride than the Apollo abort system. Yeah, for sure. And Zach loves the innovation lately. Me too. Absolutely. The innovation is just crazy. And now we have competition. It just drives innovation right through the roof. Crazy stuff. Nick is here. Hey, Nick. Awesome. All right. Let's carry on. What else we got? Intel's compute stick. So another complete PC on a stick system from Intel. I haven't tracked these things at all, to be honest, because I truthfully don't see the point in them. For one main reason, it is a powerful little computer in a large thumb drive shape, but the price at $150 MSRP US, it's insane for this functionality. Makes no sense to me when you can get a Pi, which is HDMI out. This thing also requires the same external 5-volt power supply and get everything this will do basically with, if not more, PC power. I just don't get it. As well, you can buy, I have Android sticks that I've been using, MK8 something or other, I forget was the model, it's several years old. Used them for a TV stick, and you can buy those things for $20 now. So it runs Android, but hey, it's everything on the Android OS you need. So I'm not really sure where Intel is headed. I guess they're trying to break into this market a little heavier, but it just makes, I think it's too little too late. I don't see this taking off. It does come with Windows 10 on it. Woohoo! Yeah, like we need that. Adafruit put out an awesome video going to the factory. So as many know, the US Eastern Seaboard and some of the Canadian Eastern Seaboard just got walloped in the last few days. Adafruit did a 360 video just going to the factory. Pretty cool. I had never seen one of their 360 videos. I missed them all before, so it was neat to see this. And it led right into Casey Neistat's videos in New York, which have gone completely viral today and yesterday as well. So check it out on the Adafruit channel. Love supporting Adafruit whenever I can. They do amazing things. Okie dokie. Where are we at, guys? Balaji is here. Hey. And Zach said he sees them being designed for the masses that would likely be afraid of looking at the Pi the wrong way. Yeah, it makes sense. Absolutely. It does make sense for the masses, but the price point difference is just, I can't get my head around that. It doesn't even fit with, the Android sticks are completely user friendly as well. And they probably even come with like an open office on them now. So that's just me. I only put it out there. Time will tell, and we'll see what happens. Community support time, guys. If you don't mind, if you like this video, I don't know why you'd be watching if you don't, but go ahead and click that thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. It really helps if you share this out as well on social. If you would like, in the link in the description below, near the bottom, is a link to my Patreon campaign. You can pledge as little as $1. This is how this broadcast is brought to you. This does pay for the bandwidth, which I need to broadcast this to you right now. Even $1 makes a big difference. And you can expect to get some perks. So I have resumed the Make Me Extras videos. This week, my Patreon supporters do get a new installment of my Extras series. And hopefully it's what people are looking for. Lots of content creators that sponsor me on Patreon. So I did a behind the scenes look at my video editing workflow. Specifically, I did a little bit of a demo and then went into exactly how I edited the recent X-Carve video with the multiple camera angles and some of the basics of it. Hopefully, my supporters find it interesting. It is only for them, and it's my little way of giving back. So hopefully you guys like it. I'm really looking forward to your feedback on this. It will go live on Wednesday. As well, this week, the Patreon contributions, not only the little bit of overflow I get each month, I put in the fund for new components for making better videos. And this new lighting setup arrived last week. It is here from Amazon. It is a wicked new 2000 watt photography setup. Really, really excited to use this. It's going to truly make my videos much, much better. The XCarve video was a nightmare in the basement because of the imbalanced lighting I have. Color balancing, just the white balance alone is a nightmare. And you can see it in the videos. The quality does suffer. So really, really looking forward to getting these lights unboxed and put them to use. That is my little rant on that. Tick is here. Hey, Tick. And Beginner's Tech is here. Hey, guys. Good to see you. And Zach's got to figure out Patreon. Perfect. Okie dokie. Back in business, guys. Getting the hang of this a little better. So, some community announcements. This week, our little YouTube channel crossed over 12,000 subscribers on the weekend. Totally cool. Thank you, guys. From the bottom of my heart, it's you guys that make me want to make these videos. And we had 12,000 of you out there that actually care to watch them. As well, you'll see this nifty little check mark beside the channel name now. As of last week, I met with my YouTube manager again. Really awesome guy. I had a few short meetings with him. And I put in the little dig that I've been waiting to get verified for a long time. I did the legwork to make sure I had everything in place a long time ago, and well, he made it happen. So totally cool. Got a verified channel. Interesting to note, guys, you've probably seen my flight simulator on this channel. This is actually an old picture. Sorry, I could have picked a better one. This is my Learjet 45 that is in the basement. Guys, if you're interested, it is for sale. You have to be local to me to be able to pick it up here in Ontario, and it is a significantly, it's a large amount of money. We're not talking in the hundreds of dollars here. But I will be selling the hardware because I had to rob the main PC out of it. I haven't had it running in nearly a year. It's time to pass it along to someone who will make better use out of it. This is a full LJ45 flight simulator, no computers included, and I'm keeping the monitors. So just hit me up through the social channels if you're interested in such a thing. PXN America's here. Another Canadian. We got a lot of Canadians here today. Awesome. Zach says, congrats. Thank you, Zach. Truly appreciate that. And tired of some snow. Zach just hit 130, and thanks to you and Adafruit. Awesome stuff. Cool. Alrighty, guys. What else we got? Viewer challenge this week. I always want to see what you guys are making. Best place to post these is in the G Plus community, which is linked below, or you can hit me up on any of the socials. Some of you do hit me up on various other ones to share the info, and I do try and make sure it gets into the broadcast, but it's easiest if it goes into the G Plus community. Educates.tv shared his awesome video on, not that button, the chip microcontroller, the $9 computer. I guess I shouldn't just call it a microcontroller. It is a full-fledged computer. Pretty cool. I'm interested to see where these things head. I know there's some interesting bugs and problems people have had with the chip, but for the price, I think I'd be willing to give one a try one of these days, so I'm waiting. One of these days I'll order one. Jim Connor put out an awesome video on his 3D printed air pump parts. Jim, you are one persistent fella. I love this. Since Jim got his 3D printer, he does these long format videos I've always enjoyed, and he's building actual needed components for the stuff in his shop and his house and his greenhouse. And this whole video, I would have torn my hair out and given up long ago and ordered just a new pump probably. But Jim rebuilt his air pump system with NinjaFlex and latex, and it worked. And it's a cool video. It's cool to see the process and of how to reverse engineer and fix a component with the new tools that we have available, as well as the problems you're going to run into. Nothing ever goes as simple as we expect. So cheers, Jim. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. As well, Ken shared with us the LightSail B gets an additional telemetry system. So they have improved the LightSail satellite this year. I'll put this question out. Does anyone know when LightSail B, LightSail 2 launches? I've seen April this year, and I also saw somewhere that it was in January. I'm pretty sure it's on the new Heavy of the Falcon 9 Heavy. But when's it actually launch? Looking forward to this. I can't wait to see the second LightSail satellite go up. I truly enjoyed it last year. I did a video on tracking it, and I wasn't able to receive the telemetry because none of it was ever working when it came over my area. So I'm looking forward to that this year. So check it out. This is in the G Plus community, guys. Okie dokie. What else we got? Jim is still pouring latex diaphragms. You have way more patience than me, man. I would have given up on that thing. And David said he hasn't watched that yet. Awesome. I as well, David, I'm interested in the Ninja Flex. I haven't printed with it. I don't think my Solid Oodle would cope with it very well, but one of these days I shall try Ninja Flex. Okie dokie. Onward and upward. Guys, how are we for time? We're good. From the community... I don't think I've ever shared this channel before, and it's funny, this YouTube subscription buttons are all broken these days. I am subscribed to this fella. So the King of DIY channel, this is a lot of aquarium based stuff, and this video was along the lines of the current power outages and blizzards and stuff. He did some really cool coverage on how to protect your aquariums, and I do have 2 saltwater tanks in the house here, relatively small, but there's a lot. It takes a long time. My reef tank has taken me 5 years to grow this thing, and a complete power outage would just be a nightmare if I didn't have backup plans. So he showed some really cool stuff using calcium chloride to make your own DIY hand warmer in a bottle, essentially, and heat the water, as well as air pumps, doing hydrogen peroxide and potatoes to put oxygen into the aquarium, which was absolutely brilliant. I had never heard of that before. Check it out. Awesome channel. Truly love it. I'm pretty sure I've never shared him here before. Evan Carmichael, a channel I believe I have mentioned maybe once. Evan did a cool video on, he does these interview and interesting motivational videos. It's not a tech channel, but he heavily leans on tech people for content, and this one was the Elon Musk video, and it was truly awesome. It was the top 10 quotes and interviews and specific concepts from Elon Musk. It was an awesome video. It's definitely a must watch if you're a tech or entrepreneur or just any business person. It's just good content, really awesome stuff. And Ken said he thinks LightSail B is set up for August. Interesting. Oh yeah, it makes sense because of the delay, because of the rocket issue they had. Yeah, it makes sense. Awesome. Thank you, Ken. This one, I don't remember whether I've shared Eli's videos on the channel before. Eli The Computer Guy, I have no doubt there'll at least be someone here who has already subscribed to him. Awesome YouTube channel if you're into computers and long format videos. Really always enjoyed his videos. Well, I normally don't even click on these videos. Leaving YouTube. That's a red flag for me. I never click them, but I had to check and see what was going on with Eli. So it turns out he got a community strike on his YouTube channel for it wasn't even a hacking video. It was showing the fact that text isn't always encrypted on a page when you put in like a password that's dotted out. And it turned out YouTube flagged him for it. He appealed it, and they said, nuh-uh. Eli has 626,000 subscribers, and I didn't see this video, but it did seem like a relatively small offense, and no question, boom, done. He lost his rights to live streams, he lost his rights to long format videos. I worry about such things. That's why you'll notice I've been slowly trying to build up a little bit more of the off YouTube, so that if this ever happens, that I can at least keep bringing you guys content. But it's a good video. You should check out Eli's channel. I'm not sure how much more he's going to be broadcasting on YouTube. He is restricted now, but it's a real shame. It's an area I think that YouTube definitely needs to do a lot of work. If we're putting in the effort as content creators and YouTube is collecting one buttload of money, it would seem that they should have a better dispute system. But hey, something I worry about. And Glitch said he's been subbed for a while. This week in tech, awesome video on the Magic Lantern for DSLR. So it was actually David Watts first put me on to Magic Lantern, which is only for, I believe it's only for Canon cameras, kind of like a spin-off of CHDK that I've used on every Canon point and shoot that I've ever owned. Awesome firmware hack, painless firmware hack. So it's nice to see this come out, some coverage on This Week in Tech. It was a good video. I'm definitely going to give it a try on my 70D up on the shelf behind me. But I have to learn a little bit more about it because it truly does open the door up pretty wide on some settings that I've always wanted to change already. Kevin Dara put out awesome video on... 2 videos, in fact, on killing the power on the Arduino. So dropping the Arduino chips, the Atmel chips, down into a deep sleep, low power consumption. Really cool stuff. This is outside the normal Arduino IDE. Kevin always does awesome videos, really in-depth stuff. Usually pretty deep stuff on the Arduino chips and code. So definitely a channel you should be subscribed to if you're not. You definitely enjoy it. And David said he's not sure he understands what he did wrong. Yeah, I don't either. I have to see the video. And yeah, I have to see that video. Glitch said Hack 5 showed it many times. Yeah, I think I remember the video, in fact, and it's nothing compared to what we see in DEF CON talks and 1,000 other sources. So again, back to YouTube really needs to step up, and we need a face to talk to if we have these problems. Because they don't want to lose somebody like that. The 600,000 plus subscribers, and he rattled off his daily views and how much that makes YouTube. You don't want to throw that away, no matter how big you are. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. He said that's a short video from Kevin. Awesome. Cool beads. Let's see what else we got. Dennis Baldwin, a channel I did show once before. Awesome stuff if you're into drones, RC, quadcopters. He did cover a little bit more on the AMA, recommending now that you do the registration before midnight the 21st. So interesting little flip-flop that at first AMA was, I guess they were hopeful that they were going to work something out with the FAA, but I guess it didn't work. Really too bad. Interesting coverage, and Dennis shared with us the letter he received because as an AMA member. So I like people who share. It's just not talking online like what I'm doing here. He had actual documentation to back it up. That's why I can share this video with you guys, because it can be obviously trusted. It's Dennis is a good guy too. I think you should check out his channel. You'll like it, guys. Flight test, awesome video. I'll admit I was a kid in a candy store waiting for this one. So they came out with a new model. Flight test does foam board RC planes, and they do quadcopters and stuff too. All things RC. Well, they came out with this new aircraft called the Mighty Mini Aero, which is essentially like a combat wing or an FPV racing wing made out of dollar store foam board. I think is it always one sheet? Probably 2 sheets. I can't remember. I was really they hyped this one up a little bit, showed us some sneak peeks. The video was worth waiting for. It's a cool looking little model. I can't wait to make one. I love my Flight Test VersaWing. Stone Blue Jet Fuel LiPo battery test. This is an awesome channel if you like RC, particularly quadcopters lately. Paul and Thomas at BMS Web, amazing job. Guys, you gotta go check out this video. It is a battery test video, but go check it out. Just if you're into RC or just want to see something crazy, watch Thomas fly this 250 size quadcopter. It is insane. The thing looks like right out of Star Wars Warp Speed through the park. Unbelievable. I have no idea how his hands coordinate that thing that fast. It's absolutely nuts. I'd never be able to fly like this. Unbelievable. Awesome. Andre says Thomas rocks. Hey, Andre, good stuff. The Science of Internet Trolls. This is a channel I don't believe I've ever shared before. It is a very, very large YouTube channel called ASAP Science. This is worth watching. It isn't entirely tech related, but it relates to everything on the internet, all the interwebs. Very interesting. Some research into what some of the trolls out there are, what their psychological tendencies truly are, and I think we all know exactly what they are, but a good video to back it up. Check it out. David Watts, who is here with us, shared the push button switch you never knew you needed. I had no idea these little switches existed, this particular style. I definitely have to check them out. David did an awesome job on the video as well. I put him in twice because he did another video on GPS data into a CSV file. So really, really handy. Most of our data logging on Arduino or other microcontrollers is into a CSV file. And I have never tried importing the raw CSV into any other format other than, I believe I did it in Google Earth directly once. But David shows another technique that works for another Google service that handles this direct. Very cool. Loved it. Awesome video. And what else we got? This Week in Tech. I really enjoyed this one. This is a really cool video, guys. Hacking scammers, and it was very, very interesting timing. So Father shows, he talks about some software that's available out there now. You can check out their page and find it pretty easily, where it's basically for taking control of the scammers that call you up and tell you your computer is messed up, and log into your PC and lock it down, and basically they'll some cases encrypt the drive, whatever, lock you out till you pay them. This is a reverse attack tool that was generated by either a pen tester or someone quite intelligent who had no interest in doing such a thing until I think it was his grandmother or grandfather got hit by one of these. So put out this tool where you can take over the malicious people's computers. I don't advocate that, but the day this video came out, I got a call on my house landline. Sure enough, someone saying my PC was sending, I forget what kind of traffic he worded it as, blah, blah, blah. I knew right away that it was a complete scam. And I just, I need to set up a virtual PC for this, for the next time this happens. So I just have a virtual PC that I can give him. But I got mad and just said, I don't have a computer. And he hung up on me. On this note, I did post an interesting link in the G Plus community on a IT professional with one of these scammers on the line, and you watch him live. He gives them the same thing. He gives them a virtual PC and allows them to mess around with it as he wiresharks their IP address and promptly takes action on it. Pretty cool stuff. I posted that in the G Plus community today. Check it out, guys. And 2,000 cookies. Do you like Tested? I'm here because I subscribed through the Hacksmith. Not too familiar with the channel, but I have seen a couple of vids. Yeah, I absolutely do like Tested. I don't feature their videos a whole lot here. Once in a while, there's some good content. I love the Tested channel. Watch most of their videos. Awesome stuff. And PX in America said I told him to buy Viagra. Yeah, which is more. They're more than. There's a lot of them out. For sure, guys. post-apocalyptic inventor. If you're not already subscribed, you should be. Awesome channel. He puts a heck of a lot of work into his videos. This week he did a message to AVE on the EDM update that he's building for Arduino versus Evil. This is a wicked... If you want a tech overview of handmade electronics by a guy who clearly knows exactly what he's talking about, this video is it. I picked up a ton of just little things that you pick up when someone's talking about the technology that they've designed. Really cool stuff. I love his videos. I wish him all the best. Stellar channel. Fairly new channel too. Great Scott, another channel I simply love. The Great Scott channel did this video on the DC brushless motors. It's not just it says DC and brushless DC motors, so absolutely he does some very cool stuff on the brushless motors, explanation of how they work, as well as brushed. And for any of you out there familiar with the principle of commutation, it is not an easy thing to explain to people. This video does an awesome job. Check out the Great Scott channel if you're interested in some motor tech, as well as all kinds of other great projects. This is a big channel. You'll truly enjoy it. It's really well done. Maker's Muse, a small channel, was a small channel when I discovered it. He's up to like nearly 10,000 subscribers now. Really cool stuff. If you're looking at spending some serious bucks on a 3D printer someday, perhaps for your work or your own business, he did a review on this Cubicon single. I forget the exact price on this printer. It is not a cheap device. It is high end, but the review was well worth watching just to see that how good the tech can work, instead of just being hobby grade everything. A little bit of fit and finish, which I don't think is hard. A lot of our hobby grade stuff works amazing now, but this next step up in quality, basically turnkey solution that just works. They're almost there. Really cool. Very cool for a filament style printer. I thought that was worth sharing. If you didn't see this video, you got to check it out. It's linked all over the net. I think you can find it on Hackaday today, probably Mashable, everywhere. The channel name is J Flatland, world's fastest Rubiks Cube solving robot. A little over 1 second for this 4 or 6 stepper motor system to solve a Rubik's Cube on the spot. Just barely over a second. I think it was like 1.1 seconds. And it does so with OpenCV. It's just web cameras. Looks like Logitech C920s. And it's unbelievable. Totally neat to see. Totally impractical use of the tech we have just for a very cool project that can be applied to something else someday, I'm sure. The computer vision is just... I need to play with OpenCV a bit. I think David was playing with it a bit too. I need to make some time for that one of these days. Okie dokie. Catch up. Jim said it was 4,500 Australian. Yeah, ouch. Jeepers. And Glitch has got a 3D printer review coming. Awesome. Ride said Aussie Day today. Yeah, actually, I have more Aussie coming up later. Yeah, Peter said $300 to $3,500. Crazy. It's an expensive printer. Well beyond my price range, and will be for a long time. Okie dokie. We're good. Let's go. From the shop this week, I did the X-Car first look video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It took me a long time to do that video. I'm trying new things with my camera placement and editing. That was a multi-camera setup, multi-audio tracks, and I think it turned out all right. For a first look video, truly impressed with this X-Carve. I did go further than that first look. I wanted to get an idea of what I had in my hands. So I started a little bit of the assembly and poked around at some of the pieces and got an idea of the quality, and there was nothing surprising whatsoever. All the information I've already found online, the reviews of it just being awesome, everything matched up. So I stand behind that video. I truly think it's amazing. And the packaging, oh, they did a good job. Loved it. So, this week, sneak peek is the extras video editing. If you're a Patreon supporter, you will get this video. As well, I have this mailbag. The mailbag video is completely edited. It took a long time to edit this one. I apologize, the lighting is not the best in it. I have remedied that for future videos, but beyond that, I'm pretty happy with it. Tons and tons of parts. The biggest mailbag of RC related components I have ever received here. A lot of big stuff. Hope you guys like it. Okie dokie. Just before we go to the closing thoughts, catch up on the chat. Jim said he thinks the video turned out great. Thank you, Jim. I truly appreciate your feedback. That video, I'll be honest, guys, I definitely have a few... I've always had, there's always been 1 to 2 religious thumbs downers immediately about any video coming out. They subscribe to me, and I know where they're at, and they immediately thumb it down. Well, that video got 1 extra one. I was like, it didn't get as many thumbs up as they normally get. It is, I wasn't really happy. There wasn't as much content as I wanted in it, but I wanted... that was the format I wanted to try on that video, so I'm trying things. So I appreciate all the feedback I get on my videos. I'm trying to really step up the content and the editing and the lighting and the cinematography. Well, you guys already know, you've been watching me for a long time, that I got the new camera and I'm trying new things every week with my editing. Little baby steps. Big step in 2016 though. And yeah, pretty happy about it. Zach said it was awesome. Thank you, Zach. David was surprised you actually have a bar in your house. Yeah, I do have a bar down there. There's also a kegerator off to the end of the bar where that homebrew beer I used to make goes, which I haven't made in a long time. And Nick1px said, hey, can someone help me? My Arduino sketches won't compile. Even when I use an example sketch, it won't work. If you load an example sketch like Blink and it still won't compile, that's weird. If you're pasting a sketch in, I've seen this over and over where the new IDE set up the setup and the loop functions already, and people just leave that and they post below it or paste below it, and that's where the compile errors come in. But loading an example shouldn't do that. Post a screenshot or two in the G+ community if we can't work it out here on the live show. Lots of people here in the community will know right away what's going on. We can probably figure it out. And yeah, we're already working on that. Jay said, hey, good to be here again after all this time. Cheers, Jay. Good to see you back. Jay was with us a long time ago when I first started these live shows. We've been doing these live shows a long time now. I did a few so it'll actually, I'm pretty sure I did my first ones in May 2014. It was the first testing the waters I did, so very cool. Definitely been working on them for a while, but we didn't get serious until last fall, so fall 2014. And we're working through the Arduino problems. Good stuff. Awesome stuff, guys. Love seeing when you guys work through things together. Awesome group here. You can use the forum too if you want. Guarantee you'll be able to work that out pretty quickly for Nick. Awesome stuff. Okie dokie, closing thoughts time, guys. Not tech related. Just wanted to share this. Just end Monday on something lighthearted. Did you guys see our Aussie friends, this a Porto robbery gone wrong? This video went viral in the last couple of days. If you didn't see it, you can check out the Coke Water channel on YouTube and check this video out. So long story short, this guy walking down the street breaks his sandal, his flip-flop, and then sees a robbery taking place and rips the keys out of the robber's car. I honestly thought this video was fake. I'm a little leery of a lot of the videos on YouTube that are live action that end up being staged. Particularly bad this year was the one stealing money from the blind and that kind of crap. Those videos just made me mad. This one, I'm not sure whether it's completely real or not, but it sure appears to be. And even if it wasn't, I wouldn't be heartbroken because it's freaking hilarious. And I posted this on Twitter. The link is in the description down below. Also worthy of checking out is just the comments on this thing. Just reading the comments are well worth checking the video out, but it gets one better. Yeah, the second link in the description is a link to the Today News channel for Australia, and this is even better than the video. There's multiple hosts of this live morning show interviewing this guy from the video, and they're in tears with good reason. It just cracked me up. So I kind of hope the original video wasn't fake because it's got out there in the mainstream media now, but it's foils a robbery with a broken flip-flop. Very, very cool. Awesome video. End your Monday night on a funny note if you like. Check out that video. It's totally worth seeing. It cracked me the heck up. Guys, that is it for the show this Monday night. I hope you enjoyed it. I really love my time with you guys. I hope you liked the new OBS layout, as I got the Patreon supporters down below, and hopefully the audio and the video was smooth, and hopefully I'm not banging my microphone. I've had videos where the damn mic was hitting the desk. Hopefully everything went good tonight, and I hope we can see you next week, every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to try... Ooh, crud. So, I have to look. I am going to be away. We're good for next week, but after that, I think I'm going to be away. So, we'll work something out. Guys, good luck in all your ventures this week. Make something cool. Share it with the world. Love seeing what you guys are creating, the content you're putting out there on social media. It's totally awesome. Love it, guys. Hopefully you have a fantastic week. Cheers.